Let's talk about the muscle cramping myth. As you know, muscle cramps suck and they can typically surprise you. Worse, muscle cramps can leave your muscles tender and sore for several days. Unfortunately, muscle cramps are common. Even though these involuntary contractions are harmless, they do have the potential to ruin your day and nights, as you probably experience. So let's dive into why muscle cramps happen and what you can do about it. So first off, why do muscles actually cramp? Well, research suggests there are two things that cause muscle cramps. One theory relates to dehydration and electrolyte imbalance in the body, while the other theory suggests that muscular cramps stem from muscular overload and neuromuscular fatigue. So let's discuss the dehydration electrolyte imbalance theory first. This is the most common and probably the oldest theory that explains muscle cramps. According to this theory, muscle cramps are caused by a significant disturbance in the body's fluid and electrolyte balance. So does this theory actually have any truth to it? Well, in 2021, this study used two groups of participants, mostly athletes. They were given two different drinks before exercise. One group was given a placebo drink, while the other was given an electrolyte drink, which was mostly sodium. The participants who took the electrolyte drink were less likely actually to develop muscular cramps, while the group given the placebo, they complained of post-workout muscular cramps. The reason electrolytes can help with muscle cramps is because muscles need sufficient amounts of electrolytes. They need sodium, magnesium, potassium, and chlorides in balanced levels to actually function properly. If these electrolytes are out of balance, it can lead to muscle cramps and spasms. Plus, a low level of these minerals keeping the muscles from relaxing after contraction, causing tenderness and cramps. Now, here's some signs your muscles' cramps are actually due to an electrolyte imbalance. Along with muscular cramps post-workout or even during a workout, a few other signs indicate an electrolyte imbalance, which are like mental confusion, dizziness, palpitations, irregular heartbeat. Now, if you have any of these symptoms coupled with muscular cramps, your electrolytes are likely out of balance. But what if you're well hydrated and you have sufficient levels of electrolytes and you still get muscle cramps, either during comp or race or even during training or even after post, right? Well, this leads us to the neuromuscular theory. Now, according to this theory, the muscular overload and extra pressure on the muscles during workouts cause muscular fatigue, resulting in an imbalance between excitatory and inhibitory signals that the muscles send during contraction and relaxation. Now, research indicates that this imbalance occurs when the muscles contract in a relatively shortened position due to the muscle's less tension pull. This causes an amplified level of excitatory signals, resulting in muscle cramps. Now, what does this all mean? In simple terms, it means most people get cramps during race or competition because they actually race and compete much harder than they train. And sometimes when you overload your muscles, they cramp. So if you want to prevent muscle overload cramping, you have to train harder. Now, muscle cramp prevention, what can you do? Unfortunately, the research has yet to find a one-size-fits-all solution to muscle cramping. And worse, they haven't even found a consistent solution to muscle cramping. So here's the best approach. First, maintain proper hydration and electrolyte balance. Number two, train your butt off so you can push harder in a race or competition and hope for the best. Now, what does proper hydration actually mean? Specifically for athletes, during excessive sweating, it causes a deficiency in sodium. So if not taken orally, the prolonged sodium insufficiency will most likely cause contracted interstitial fluid compartment and intense and widespread muscle spasms. So these cramps can occur even if there's no pressure or muscle overload. Now, unfortunately, contrary to the old beliefs, water alone isn't enough to replenish your electrolytes and help prevent muscle cramping. So when you sweat, you lose water and you lose electrolytes, and drinking more water actually only results in your body flushing out more of your electrolytes. So since water and electrolytes are both lost during sweating, they both have to be replaced. The best approach to maintain proper hydration is to use a hydration drink like hydration sauce during and after exercise, sometimes even before, depending on the day. Now, this will help replenish your electrolytes, your glycogen, and other essential amino acids your body uses during exercise. Plus, it can improve exercise performance, support the nervous system, and aid in preventing heat strokes. Now, when it's really hot, or if you're the type of person who just sweats a ton during exercise, electrolyte capsules like Electrosauce can be a huge benefit. These are great because you won't feel bloated and full from having to consume a ton of liquid, and they're convenient to take on runs and long bike rides since it's just a pill. Now, how much fluid should you actually drink during the day? For most athletes in most conditions, 20 to 25 ounces of water will be sufficient per hour. Now, if you're a lighter athlete or exercising in cooler temperatures, run 16 to 18 ounces of water an hour. Now, if you're a heavier athlete or you're competing in crazy hot conditions and sweating a ton, you can drink up to 28 ounces of water. Now, to avoid dilutional hyponatremia, overhydrating, you should try not to exceed 28 ounces of water per hour. There are exceptions to this based on weight, training conditions, and intensity of your exercise, but that's just some testing. Now remember, as you increase fluid intake, it requires an increase in electrolyte intake as well. An easy way to track your fluid intake is by drinking 1 water bottle per hour. The typical water bottle, like sports water bottle, contains 20 to 25 ounces of water.